This is Saida Garrett, and I'm tuned in to Intro to Info with my girl Mikeisha.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's the Flowist is here, and I'm tuned into Intro to Info with my girl Mikeisha. All love, always.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Intro to Info. I'm your host, Mikeisha. Alongside me is LAO Tam. Queen of Hearts will be joining us momentarily. And thank you for listening and watching, whether you're listening and watching live or in rewind. We are here every Thursday from 9 until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes we talk current events, pop culture, and sometimes we have wonderful guests. Tonight, we have a wonderful guest. Queen of Hearts found his gentleman, and we are looking forward to just talking to him, picking his brain. I always love talking to business owners. And so we'll just talk to him in just a moment. It's May 28th. We're hoping that you have a productive week. And so tonight we're welcoming Mr. Louis LAO to the show. He's a community stakeholder, family man, and founder of the Last Hair Blenders. Louis, thank you so much for agreeing to be our special guest this evening. How are you?
I'm fine and yourself. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And here's Queen of Hearts has joined us. Hi, Queen.
Hey
Hi, Queen.
y'all. Hey gentlemen. Hi ladies. Sorry for the appearance tonight, y'all. I'm in work mode.
That's okay.
Yes. Queen of Hearts is here, and so is Tam. And so I want to get started. So, Louis, we understand that the Last Hair Blenders belongs to you. So, what inspired the name, and what does it represent to you?
Well, the name was actually started from I grew up as a big anime fan. So they had this cartoon called The Last Airbender. And previously where I worked at, the owner of the barbershop had brought it to my attention one day, like, you should change your name, like my Instagram tag name, to like The Last Hair Blender. Like, that's a nice name. It's a cool name. Well, The Last Hair Bender. And I was like, well, I'm a barber and we don't bend hair, we blend hair. So that was something that kind of stuck with me as far as like if I ever get my own shop, like that's what I would name it. And then it just so happened that when I put the picture of an idea I had in my head of what I wanted to look like, the picture is now the logo, which, I had some tweaks and I had someone change everything and make it look more like myself, which, funny story, I just like kind of thought about how much it resembles me. So that's pretty much how the name got brought up, was just me being a anime fan and a friend of mine just basically giving me the tag and I just ran along with it.
Fantastic. Where are you located?
I'm at 2840 Lakeland Highlands Road, Lakeland, Florida, 33803, right at Lakeland's Highlands Plaza, next door to Herbie's Kitchen. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of it. The Aldi's, which is the where the old Winn Dixie was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right next door to the Herbie's Kitchen. So we're located there 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yes, the
He's
business.
in Airtown. He's in Airtown. Polk County, baby.
And Queen, I
Yeah.
know that
A
you've made
great.
the connection for us. How did you encounter Louis here?
Well, I went into their lovely establishment when I was out and about doing some networking, shaking hands, introducing myself to different businesses in the area, and also asking nicely if I could put some of my flyers in the establishment. And when I walked in, I talked to one of his employees, one of the hairstylists or barber there, and we
Yes.
was talking and stuff, and he was telling me about this wonderful event that they have coming up for Father's Day, because I asked and I inquired what is coming up, what do you guys have planned for Father's Day? And he told me about that, and I said, you know what, I need to get you on the air so we can interview you and you tell the world, to everybody that's tuning in, when we put this out there and they put it on replay and they can listen to it later, they'll know exactly what's going on there. So Louis, do you mind explaining that to everyone?
Yeah, so we have a couple events coming up. So June 8th, we have a Boys and Girls Club haircut drive where we will be having the kids come. We're giving them free haircuts, cookies, and some cocoa with it, just so they have a nice experience for them to come, sit down, get a nice haircut, have a nice homemade cookie, some cocoa, just to keep them, all down and occupied while they wait for their haircuts and their styles. And the Father's Day. So what I plan on doing for Father's Day is I want to give back. Like a big thing for me is giving back. So all the fathers who bring in their child. So if a father brings his child, he pays for his child, but all of my fathers will get free haircuts that day. So I'm planning to do that, probably a 2-day event, maybe Friday and Saturday, because obviously Sunday I don't want to spend my Father's Day in a barbershop. Like I'm a single dad, so I don't want to spend my Father's Day in a barbershop. So I'm sure, fathers don't want to spend their day in the barbershop. So any father who brings their child along with them, they will get a free haircut as long as they just bring their kid with them. Son get a haircut, just some nice bonded time as well. Like I said, I have like some amenities there for them. We have a nice cool setup that we're putting in the back of the barbershop for the kids. So while dad is getting the cut, they can play the PlayStation back there. We'll have like a game area for them. So that's what I'm planning on doing the weekend of Father's Day.
Awesome. I love it.
Yes.
And I hear oftentimes, especially around Father's Day, particularly, the men saying, there's not enough fanfare and pomp and circumstance for the men and the fathers. So I'm really, really happy to hear that you have curated an event that is just for the little fellas and the big fellas.
Yes.
This
ma'am.
is what it's all about. I love that. Kudos to you for that. Seriously.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a single father, like I said. So I would think for myself, put myself in the customer's perspective. Like for Father's Day, I'm getting a haircut. My son gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna make sure wherever we go, we're looking decent, we're looking clean. So I know it's other fathers, even the married ones. It's our day. That day is for us. No matter if we spend it with our children or without, I know we still want to look clean for that day. So what better way than to give all my fathers a free haircut, and they can bring their little mans, they can bring their sons, and get them cleaned up and save themselves some money on top of that, because standard pricing is $40, $35 to $40 for a men's haircut. So if and a child or a kid's haircut is 25. So if you come for $25, you get both of you guys haircut for the price of $25. So that saves you some money. You can put that towards a meal. You can put that towards whatever it is that you decide to do for that day. And everyone is happy. Like I'm happy with giving out cuts and making people feel good. That's why I do what I do. So it kind of works. And people love free. They love discount. And it's also me giving back to the community, which is a big thing because I'm not from here. So it's like getting acquainted and being able to put not only my business out there, but myself out there so people could see the type of owner I am of the business, the type of heart that I have with giving out these free events, giving out and coming out of pocket to make sure that the community knows that we're here for them. And for more than just haircuts as well. Like that's a big thing that I'm pushing with my barbers and with the people that work for me, my hairstylists, is like barbering is only 10% is physical. Like 90% of this is all mental. So I push that heavy on all my barbers, on my stylists, and even on myself because I understand that it's a lot more than just cutting hair. So whatever I can do to make people feel good and have them keep coming back, like that's what I'm gonna do.
And see,
Keep
I
up.
love hearing that because you're like Mikeisha say, we hear a lot that men always say we go over and beyond for the mothers on Mother's Day. They go out with the flowers, the gifts, this and the third. And for years I've been hearing guys say, "Oh, Queen, why y'all don't ever do nothing for the men? Why you don't ever host events or hold something for the men other than father daughter dances and things like that?" So hearing what you have coming up, do you mind? I sent you a email because you request for the link for tonight's show. If you have a flyer for the 8th as well as the Father's Day haircut thing, can you shoot that flyer to me? That
Yes,
way I can push it out on my channels and let people know what you're going to do and
yes,
see if they can generate some more foot traffic for you.
yes, ma'am. I will send it as soon as we get done here. I will send it directly to the number you have. I have two. I have a flyer for each. So yes.
Okay.
Louis Lau is our special guest. May you please delve more deeply, Louis, into what you mean by being a barber is 90% mental.
Uh, so like first of all I do is stand, and for anyone that's watching, this is what I'm doing all day. This hand, and that's it. That's 10%. When I say 90% is mental, is barbers, we're babysitters, we're therapists, we're artists, we are advice givers. Like we have so much that we have to do. Customer service representatives, like
Mm-hmm.
salesmen, we have to do so much that requires not cutting hair. That is why I say 90% of it is mental because you got people that come in, and I say this all the time. You got people that come in that can't talk to their wife at home about manly stuff. They can't talk to their friends about certain things. It's people that come and ask for advice on relationships, on fatherhood, on parenthood. A guy might have a wife and two daughters. He doesn't have anyone to talk sports with. Come to the barbershop, he know he can talk sports with his barber. He know he can ask questions. Uh, if they travel, hey, well, I'm from New Jersey, so hey, how is Jersey? Where are spots in New Jersey that I can go and visit? How's New York? So it's so many things, and then like I said, when you have a kid in your chair, it's like I have to be a babysitter. I have to be gentle with him. I have to talk to him. When I'm cutting an autistic child or a child with a disability, I'm like rubbing on their head. I'm like playing with them, and I might turn the clippers off for half the haircut just so I can keep focus and keep them focused on the haircut without them having to cry. It's so much more than just me putting a clipper or a scissor to your head. Like that's just 10% of it. And I learned from cutting hair that the more comfortable you make people feel while you're in the chair is the higher chance of them coming back. So of course I'm going to give you a great haircut, but I'm going to make you feel a lot better. Like when you leave, I want to take pictures of you and make you smile. I want to make sure that you feel great about yourself. And if you came in down, I'm going to make sure that you're up. I'm also a comedian while I'm in the chair. It's so many faces you have to put on while you're cutting a person's hair. And I love barbers so much because I get to come across and have at least 45 minutes to an hour each day with every walk of life. Like I have clients that are in HVAC. I have clients that are dentists, that are doctors, that are firefighters, that are police officers, that come from the streets, that from that background. So it's literally every walk of life, and it's like I just get to pick each and every one's brain, get advice from these guys, they get advice from me, and it's like I'm bouncing off and reciprocating energy for things that interest them just like myself. And if I don't know about these things, I take my time to educate because maybe I do like these things. I just never knew because it was never brought to my attention. So these are other things that I'm learning as I'm just cutting hair. So that's why I say 90% of it is mental because just 10% of it requires physicality, like literally standing up and moving your arm back and forth 45 minutes and 45 minutes to an hour. What I get the most out of that is the conversations. Like that's my favorite thing. Can I learn from you? Can I build with you, create a relationship? Because I see a lot of my clients as like family more than anything. Like from a business standpoint, I don't look at my clients as, oh, this is just $40. No, like I look at it in a business standpoint, like, okay, this guy comes twice a month, he pays $50. That's $1,200 a year. So if I can get 10 people like that, that's 12,000, and then so forth and so on. So I'm gonna treat you like family because I want you to come back. I want you to feel comfortable. And I know it's not just about the haircut. It's barbers come a dime a dozen. The barber industry is so saturated. What can I do to stand out? And that's my customer service. That's me vibing. That's me talking, listening, giving you the best advice I can give, any knowledge I can help you with financially, personally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I try to keep politics and religion out of the barbershop because it's very sensitive. And I learned that really, really quick. But everything else is just talking and listening, honestly. It's it's really like it's once you get it down packed, it comes like second nature. But 90% of it is definitely just mental.
Very
Showing
good
attention.
response. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Queen.
I know. He's from hearing what he's saying, he's giving them that keen attention to detail while he's giving them that personal experience and service, real service, with somebody that's listening and engaging because today time, you really cannot get that whenever you go somewhere. You cannot get that engagement. You cannot get that one-on-one attention. You cannot get that respect. You know what I'm saying? Because people are so antsy in a rush to do things and get you out the way so they can get to the next person. You're showing that that's not even on your board, on your level. You want to give others what you expect to receive in return. And that is good because when somebody get that type of service, they're going to constantly consistent keep coming and flowing and flowing. They're not going to go nowhere else because they're not
Yeah,
going to get that same thing. They're not going to get the same treatment, that
yes.
king treatment.
And we're all kings, just like we're the women are all queens. So, we gotta treat ourselves as such and treat each other as such because a lot of things may seem cliche, but literally, mom taught me to treat people how you want to be treated, and that's just not in life. That's in business. That's in general. Like, treat people well, respectful. You know, take time to listen to people because you never know what someone is going through. You never know what people have going on in their life. So, if someone and like I have like a lot of flags that I take as cues, or should I say cues, not flags. I have a lot of cues. Like if a guy just sits in my chair and he's like, "Yeah," he starts to talk about his personal life. Okay, he has something going on. Let me just take time to listen. It's two types of listeners: people that listen to understand, and people that listen to reply. I'm just listening to hear you out. I just want to hear you out, let you vent. If you ask me for advice, understood. And you got some clients that they don't want to talk. You ask them a question, they're very like passive. They just want to get their hair cut and go. But I still throw filler in there. Well, how's the family? Are you from this area? Just ask questions, and eventually it gets them to open up as time goes. But obviously, you want to make sure you're giving a good haircut. But it's always just playing on that mental and finding out things people like, making sure that you're being attentive and you're listening. Like I think listening is the biggest thing because clients like when you remember their name, you remember if they have a kid, like they like that because they know we see so many faces and so many different people. They're like, oh, this guy remembered my name. Oh, he remembered I had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he remembered I was from Ohio. Oh wow, that's a good memory. I know he probably sees 50 to 100 people a week, but wow, I like that. He pays attention to me because, like I said, a lot
Mhm.
of guys don't have a voice outside of the barbershop, outside of work. So when they do come in, Just gotta be their therapist. Like that's how I take it. Like just be a therapist. Whatever face you need me to put on, the Superman cape you need me to put on, I'm gonna put it on for you.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
give Tamika a chance to ask a question before I go on, because Tamika, you know I got my questions.
You said you got your question.
Yeah, I actually have one now, but I just wanted to give you a chance to ask something before I just go ahead. You talk to Lewis. What do you have for him? What?
I said, "Oh, okay. Let's make sure I heard you right." No, you good, Mister Lewis. How old are you?
I'm 32 years young. I'll be 33 this year.
Looking like a baby.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. You look a little younger than that, but um,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, but you got some wisdom behind definitely um
Yeah.
in treating people how you want to be treated. That is a golden nugget, like you said, in business or otherwise. So I do commend you for that. I think that will keep your business thriving is being yourself and also having that top notch customer service.
Yes.
Um, I've never been to. This is like in the Tampa area, right?
Uh, kind of
Um,
It's
Lakeland.
45 minutes away from Tampa.
Yeah, 40. Yeah,
45
about
minutes.
40.
Lakeland.
Mm-hmm.
What type of? Um, oh, okay. So that's like the what we call around here like the Beltway.
Okay.
It's not too far. It's but definitely within the surrounding area. I got you. Um, we live in D.C., Maryland, Virginia. It's kind of like
Oh,
that, but
okay. DMV
everything's
area.
30 to 40 minutes away. But yeah. See, but I'm from D.C. See, it's
Are you
there's a
from
little
DC?
difference
Okay.
there, but we're not gonna get into that tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But
Louis,
yeah, I think you have a wonderful business here.
Thank you.
Louis, may you please talk more about how you got started with the business, how you got the business into a brick and mortar, and how you got people working with you?
So I have a partner, a female. She's my business partner, and we met. She has a cooking, like a bakery business as well, and she came in the barbershop I used to work in one day, and we just kind of hit it off from there. And I have a client who is into real estate, so he does like investment properties, he does commercial properties, everything. So he asked me, was I like looking to ever own a barbershop? And I was like, of course. The goal is ownership. We need more black owned businesses. We need to focus on ownership. So I was like, absolutely. And he used to send me barbershops for sale, barbershops for sale, barbershops for sale. And he sent me the location that we have now. And I was just like, wow, it's a really nice shop. Everything is pretty much there. Like I can do this. I think I can do this. So me and her sat down. We had a few conversations, and yeah, the guy agreed to what we asked, and it wound up working out. We got the shop. I opened it February 15th, and now the guy that Queen met, that is a very very close friend of mine. I could consider him my brother. I've known him for 20 plus years. He's a barber there. I finally got like all the promotion going, put things up on Instagram, Facebook for hiring barbers, and a student that had just graduated reached out to me. Her name is Julia. She wanted to cut men's hair as well, and then have another barber go by the name of Ray. He found the ad on Facebook and was looking to work. And then also we have a hairstylist who graduated with Julia, and she asked to rent out the suite that we own. And yeah, that's pretty much how my team got put together. And like I said, I'm very team orientated for this barbershop because I understand that I don't go nowhere without my team. Like I only go as far as they lift me. So I really pour into them, even though, Ray has been cutting before I was born. And, Gary, which is the close friend of mine that I'm talking about, he's new to it, and Julia's new. I still understand that I have to treat them all the same and pour into them so it can pour into the entire business. So that's pretty much how that came about, was us just having a really good opportunity for a good location, a good price at the time. And I was just like, the first time I walked in the building, I just had a vision of how I want things to look. I'm very, very driven, and I was just like, I'm gonna make it work. And me and my partner wound up hitting it off, and now today we're steady climbing. Each week is getting better, and I'm happy to see what the future has.
Let's go back to you having the name of the barbershop already before you actually got the barbershop. This is what we call manifestation, or talking things
Yes.
into existence. So I think that's a beautiful thing, how it's a dream realized. So
Yes.
kudos to you. And I'll
Thank
say that was very smart on that man asking you if you wanted to own a barbershop and then sending you vacant spots for a barbershop. That was very smart on his. I know that was his first time doing that, but that was good.
Yes, and to all the viewers, I have my phone in my hand, not to look at messages or anything. I just want to show you my lock screen. If you can see it, it's a letter I wrote to myself that I look at every morning and every night. Hold on, the light is glaring too much off of it. But
Can you
Yeah.
darken your screen a little bit?
hold on, yeah, let me try to lower my screen.
And while he's doing that, Mikeisha, go ahead.
See the chicken scratch of the from
Show
my
your
right
right.
end, my writing. But I this is something that, like you said, manifestation. Staying focused is a big thing, and it took me time. I have a date in my head where I didn't quite meet that date. I didn't quite get things done by that time. But like you said, just manifesting these things, saying I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get this done, and finding a way to get it done. I think that's the biggest thing of it all is writing these things down, reading these things, and believing them. Like making sure that you don't doubt yourself in any or at any time, at any point, because those things happen where we have those temporary defeats, and it's like, oh, this might not happen. Or when we did get the shop, it was like, man, it's slow. I only have my clients. It's like, no, just keep on. Like, you already got this far. You already talked this into existence. You spoke this into existence. Keep going, because obviously whatever you put your mind to, you can get. And it's so cliche when people say that, or people think that it's cliche, but it's literally the truth. Like, I've dreamt this, I've slept and thought about this, waking up in the morning, reading this thing that I wrote, going to sleep, reading this thing that I wrote. And I actually need to read it more. So this conversation is helping me as much as it's helping whoever's listening and getting something from it, because I definitely need to read it more, because there's still so much more to accomplish. But that was the start of it for me, just writing these goals down and believing in them every day, and telling myself, I used to tell myself 75 times a day, like, I'm going to be a successfully franchised barbershop owner. I'm going to be a successfully franchised barbershop owner. And I need to get back to that as well. But that's the start of it for me. That was the foot in the door. Me just telling myself that, like, because our brains, a lot of, I read a lot. Our brains don't know the difference between the truth and a lie. That's why, like, a lot of people, they lie so much, they believe it. It's the same thing with you just putting stuff in your head and manifesting. I'm going to do this. I'm that. I am this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So just constantly telling myself that. Constantly telling myself that. One barbershop down, four more to go. One barbershop down, four more to go. one barber down, 8 more to go. Like, and I said, 3 months I'm gonna be by myself, but I'm gonna work to have at least 2 barbers right after that 3 months. Well, I got 4 barbers now after that 3 months. So it's just like just telling myself these things and pushing, because I understand that whatever we tell ourselves and believe it in our mind is gonna get done no matter what. So just staying focused on that, manifesting these things. And coming from Jersey, here is such a change of pace and so different that it's like I could win. Just telling myself these things and following course, and it's been working for me. So I'm beyond grateful for just entire opportunity, honestly.
And just to double down
Mhm.
on manifesting, I'm sorry, Queen.
Oh,
I'm gonna go real quick and then you can go.
go
Is that
ahead.
okay?
I hear
All right.
you.
Just to double down on how you can really manifest stuff, bringing it into pop culture. We try to bring as much pop culture into the scene as we can. I remember Jennifer Lewis, when she was a child, she used to want to perform at Carnegie Hall, and she would walk past it and point at it and say, "One day." And she performed at Carnegie Hall. And then I remember Future, he wanted Sierra really bad. And he had somebody who knew Sierra, and he said, "I can introduce you, man." And he said, "Don't even worry about it, because I'm going to be with her one day." These are examples of manifestation. And then one more thing, Queen. I didn't know that you were from Jersey, and you were speaking about people visiting Jersey and wanting to visit different cities. I love me some Jersey, so I can spew East Orange, Secaucus, Trenton, Newark. I love Jersey. Like, I
Okay,
love
I'm from
Jersey.
Camden. I'm from Camden, so
Camden,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. Um,
T-Mac.
definitely, it's different out there, but to the manifestation thing, like that's something I'm manifesting. Like, you know, me and my business partner, what we have going on, like manifesting those things, like what you said about Future and Sierra. Like, I'm gonna be married one day. Like, I'm gonna have my partner one day. Manifesting those things as well, because anything we say that we want and we believe in to have, like, we're going to have it. So it's just like I sat and thought about having a barbershop. All
Mm-hmm.
right, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna cut hair, I'm going to do this, and now look where I am today. And I have a tremendous story. I don't like to talk like that about myself, but I know, like, my story is so unique, because when you hear it in totality, it's like, wow, um, that's crazy. And we have time, so I will, slowly integrate and just give you guys a little bit more of my
Please.
background. But I know Queen wanted to say something.
Yes, I was going to say that he surround himself with people that have the same energy on the same level as him. Because when I walked in and I met your friend, you say your friend of 20 some years, he was, "Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in." Da, 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 da. I mean, that energy was on point. And when we started talking and everything, he was like, "Oh yeah, you know what? We believe in helping others because we all need to help each other." And I said, "Yes, because if we don't get together, bind together, group together, and help each other out, the others are not doing that, and they're not going to do that. So we have to get back to where we used to be and unite and continue to power up, network, and do what we can for each other." So while he and I was talking, the guy that you say been cutting hair forever, he was in the corner. He's scoffing me. He studied me. He vetted me. Radio. What kind of radio? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You say you do radio? So I guess it kind of shocked him and stuff. And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he looking at me, he scared me up and down. He said, "Okay, when?" And I said, "Okay, I want to interview the owner. So that's when your friend contact you and
Yeah.
let me talk to you, and we, FaceTime each other." So he was like, "Okay." So now that is the fruitation and we have you on the show, he can be more relaxed to know that it's legit
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
real.
Yeah, because we have.
And like I mentioned, the DJ King Network is known worldwide. It's
Yes.
worldwide. So they can
Okay.
go back and we can even send you the link and you can send it out to your friends, family, whatever. And they can sit back and they can listen and see what we talked about because it's going
Okay.
to be in the archives and it's never going to be erased. It's going to be there forever.
Okay.
Forever,
Yeah.
ever.
So
Yes.
the reason why, sorry about that, but the reason why he's like that is because we have stopped soliciting, like allowing people to solicit come in, and that's why my brother called me about the flyers. We had a gentleman. Quick story. We had a gentleman from a T-Mobile. We had a gentleman from T-Mobile. Um, Long story short, they was changing the internet in the smoke shop that they have down the street. I told the owner, I know the owner, his name is BJ. I told him that I was having internet problems, so he was like, he see me out front. He told me, "Hey, come here. Like these guys are here. You might want to talk to them. They're changing my internet." So I go over there. I speak to him. I come back. The guy's like, "Yeah, we're gonna come to your spot next." The trainee stole something from the smoke shop and put it in my book bag.
Oh.
Yeah. So luckily, like we got everything situated. You know, the bosses from T-Mobile came. I have cameras in my shop, so it's like they have cameras in the smoke shop. So it was like, so ever since then, like even though me and the owner of the smoke shop have a great relationship, I don't allow people to solicit no more because it was like if I didn't have cameras that caught you doing that, if he didn't have cameras, like they probably would have thought I did something, or just to avoid any conflict or any future thing. So I tell them anytime, like if someone comes in asking to sell services or anything, if I'm not there, like give me a call. If they look legit, then I'll let you drop your cards. I'll let you promote your business, but I'm just trying to keep that at a
Mhm.
minimum because of things like that. So that's why he reached out to me, and which I'm glad he did because you ladies are lovely, and I appreciate the opportunity just to speak and share my story, and hopefully I get to just each one teach one. So as long as I get one person to hear this and be inspired, I'm okay with that. You change the
Mhm.
world by changing one person at a time.
And you're gonna see my face in the shop again because I may come out there for both of the events and probably do some little snippets if it's okay with everybody in there with me recording and stuff so we can post it up or intro to info and say, hey, we came out, this how it turned out. We had a good time with Mr. Lewis and everybody. So yeah. I'm local. I'm in Lakeland. They're up
Okay.
north,
Mike Keisha,
above the Mason Dixie line.
Where you at?
DC. They call me
Oh,
Kiki
you in
from
DC?
DC.
Oh,
Yes,
Kiki,
yes, yes,
DC.
yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you just said that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. And Tam, where you from, Tam? Where Tam at?
Tim, where you
I
from?
so I was born in DC.
Okay. So,
I live in Maryland right now, but yeah,
okay.
I was born in DC. Yeah, I got
Okay.
Oh,
some folks in Camden right now. So
Oh,
I'm
shout
sure you
out
do,
to
Tam.
Camden.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I just came back Monday. I just came back from over there. Yeah, it won't be a long time before I go
Mikeisha,
back.
I'm gonna hurt
But
you.
Wait, really quick. I'm glad
That's
that you
what's
said
up.
that. Tam, you said that you were born in DC, but you live in Maryland. There's this thing, guys, right? Of where you were born and where you were raised, right, are two different things. And so if you were born differently than where you were raised, where are you from? The place that you were born or the place that you were raised?
I would say raised. I would say
Okay.
raised because if it's a lot of people that was just born in a city and then they were 1 years old, 1 year old, 2 years old, and then moved out and then spent 40 years in another city. Is like you can't be from there. You don't know nothing about there. So I would say
Right.
where I'm raised, like I was born and raised in Camden, but now I've been in Florida for 2 years, 2.5, almost 2.5 years. I've been in Florida. January 2024, and like I'm from Camden, but this is home now. Like this is where I live now. This is home is wherever you take it. you know,
Mm.
wherever you're most comfortable at. So you can be from somewhere, but it's not about where you're from, it's about where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Lewis, and I'll tell you why I love New Jersey so much, or one of the reasons is out of every city I've been to, it reminds me of DC the most by far. It just simulates DC in so many ways when I go.
Yeah, it's very fast. I like it down here because it's a little bit slower.
Sure.
Where we're at in Lakeland, it's slower. I feel like that's why a lot of people that come from up north with a head on their shoulders down here, they thrive so easily because it's a slower pace and it's easier to, analyze things and meet people, and it's not so congested. It's like you have space to actually get out and do things and see people and come across these opportunities.
You'd
And
say
it's
that.
in the
Go ahead, Queen.
And I was going to say, and it's in the midst. It's in Central Florida, 45 minutes to Tampa, 45 minutes to Orlando, 3 hours to Miami, 3 hours to Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying? 6 hours to Tallahassee. But I mean, being right here in the midst of where he's located, he's in like the prime location in Lakeland on Cleveland, not Cleveland Heights, on Lakeland Highland Road,
Mhm.
because diversity there, is on the main road, so it's not hard to find, and it's so much thriving other businesses located near him. So he's in a he picked a very good location.
Yes, yes, and it's like I said, it's climbing. The location picked me, Miss Queen. The location. I just happened to manifest these things, speak it into existence, and opportunity seized itself. And I'm blessed, honestly. Just thinking about how everything went about, how it's all going, the people I've met, the help I've got from these things is just like I'm blessed. I have a very long history.
Wait, I'm glad you said that segue because I was going to ask you to what you said you wanted to touch on that. Can we?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So I speak about this because, like, and a lot of people I don't tell these things to, but I like to share my story. So I have a prosthetic leg. Um, I was hit by a car when I was 17. Uh, I lost my foot at the point of contact. So I've been having a prosthetic leg since 2011 when I was 17 years old. And my uncle saved my life. It happened in front of my aunt and my uncle's house. My uncle, put my leg in a tourniquet, put me in the back of his truck, rushed me to the hospital. Um, Luckily, if I would have waited for the ambulance, I would have bled out. But he got me there in time, and I'm forever grateful for that. So it's been 15 years now that I have a prosthetic leg, and that's a segue from me saying that you can work. Like, there's no excuse for me, like being handicapped, being limited to uh my physical ability has only made me want to do things more. So, like, I don't judge anyone for the lack of, I just know whenever I do see someone not doing what they're supposed to or having an excuse, I just remind them of, look at my situation. Um, I moved to Florida because I spent time in prison, and I made a conscious decision that when I got out, I would get custody of my son and I would move. And I moved to Florida with my son. My sister was living out here. I moved to Florida with my son with $2,000 to my pocket. Um, in January 2024 and February 2026, I bought a barbershop. You know, I spent some time away from him, and I just made that decision that I would not go back to Jersey, to Camden, to live the lifestyle I was living. None of it. Like, I gave it up. And I share that because there's so many people that
Mm-hmm.
don't have that mentality. They don't have that, they go through the system, they go through all these things, and they give up, or they feel like that's the only way. And I share that because I'm a living example of it. Like, I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire, and look where I'm headed today. You know, like I said, it's so much, and it's been such a long past, but just prospering, just manifesting these things, like writing these goals down, chasing them, getting at them. This is what it's about. Like, rehabbing yourself in your mind and changing the patterns and all the things that we went through, and learning from these mistakes, learning from these bad decisions. And I'm on my way to financial freedom after all these things. So anyone that's listening, like, it's never too late. It's no excuse. Just keep pushing, keep fighting, because as long as you believe in it and you see it, you can achieve it. Like I tell all of them, that the sky is not the limit. It's just the view. It's just the view.
This story is similar to Miss Music. She was I don't know if it was a car accident or whatever, but she was, I want to say, between 7 and 9 when she ended up losing her leg and had to have the surgery and stuff. So she wears a prosthetic leg and everything, and she tell people the same. If I have these, um, I don't have all the use of all my limbs, but I'm still out here thriving. I'm still working. I'm still doing everything that a normal person with both legs can do. You can't sit around and say, I can't. 'Cause can't is a handicap and it's a crutch. You have to
Mm,
take that out of your vocabulary. You can't manifest off of that. That's a mantra to cause you to fail. But if you use other words like I can, I will, you know, something that's going to be more, like you say, a positive lighting, when we change our mindset and our way of thinking, everything go flow like water and honey
mm-hmm.
and come your way. So thank you for sharing your story with us and the listeners and everything, because you gave them a lot of nuggets that they could take away with to benefit them in some kind of area in their life.
Yes. And
Hmm.
like I said, that's my main thing. Like, um, some people, they be like, try not to disclose that information, because it might scare people, or it might, people might look at you a certain way. And I'm like, just to certain people, I could see that, but like you said, this is more urban, more pop. You mentioned Future, so I know a lot of your listeners must be, rap fans and fans of that culture. So me putting that out there was like, listen, like, I listen to rap music, I listen to Future, I listen to Jennifer Hudson as well, and Jennifer Lewis, and I listen to all genres of music. But I put it out there for the people that have our skin color, that's been through these things, that you know have gone through trials and tribulations and don't see light, or didn't think they have that light. So for us and our background and our community, and from the background that we have, yeah, I'm going to share that with them, because I want you to know that you can do it. I want you to see that it's possible. And I want you to know that if there's something I can help you with, then I will. And it's no hidden agendas or anything. It's just ownership, being an owner, and not just of businesses, of yourself, of your mind, of the things that go on around you, accountability, all those things. Like, I want all of us to win, because I really hate when they call us the minorities. Like,
Mm.
no, we are the majority. Like, this was built on us. So, like, that's that's for me is like the biggest thing, just pushing these things.
Lewis, may you please share? Because I love how you put the phone up to these are my grandparents. You put the
Mhm.
phone up to the screen almost as if we could read it, you would have wanted us to read an excerpt from it. But what's a sentence or so from that letter?
Okay, so I said, so this is I read a lot. It's the book called Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and it talks about making a definite chief aim. So it's like your ultimate goal. When do you plan to achieve it by? How do you plan to achieve it? What's the date? You know, so I said the amount of money that I wish to make every month by January 1st, 2028. I have the date of my son's 18th birthday, which is February 22nd, 2037. But um, and I'll read a part of it. I said, I am severing ties with anything and everyone not supportive of my goals. I am no longer giving my energy to things that don't deserve my attention or energy. I am no longer helping anyone or carrying the burden of anyone else's problems. I am opening my first barbershop and will use my monetary gains to create a successful chain of barbershops across the country. I am achieving this by using my credit money I am saving and all other investments to accomplish this definite chief aim. I am naming my barbershop The Last Hair Blenders under my LLC. I will have between 8 to 10 chairs, paying a minimum of 200 per week, in addition to what I make cutting hair. And I wrote this before I got the barbershop, before I knew exactly how many chairs was going to be in the barbershop, only when I just had the name. Um, so that's just a part of what I wrote down. Like I said, I read it, and every morning, every time I open my phone, if I open my phone or close my phone, is there my handwriting? You see the date. Um, that's my screensaver. So manifestation, manifesting these things. Um, and like I said, staying focused though is like this conversation has helped me a lot tremendously because getting so wrapped up in making sure that the business is going right, sometimes you can lose focus of the mental part of it because you're so business driven, making sure the money is right, making sure that your team is taken care of. So this conversation has helped me with also giving myself more time to read again, more time to, make sure that I'm staying focused on these things as well because this is just the tip of the iceberg, just the tip.
Mhm.
It absolutely is. And I know that you are looking for some people to join the team.
Yes. Yeah, so we're now hiring. Again, the address is 2840 Lakeland Highland Road, Lakeland, Florida. Area code is 33803. We're looking to hire another hairstylist, someone who does like dreadlocks, braids. We have a suite available. So anyone interested in a suite in the Lakeland area, feel free to contact us anytime. We do have step up rates for new barbers, new hairstylists. So barbers that are just finishing school and just got their license new. We do have step up rates for them. Hairstylists as well. We have step up rates. We're going to be giving incentives for our barbers. Like we're going to be running a barber of the month thing. So like whoever has the top sales and cleans up around the shop, great customer service. Like each month we'll have a clipper for them or some type of equipment for them that they can buy, they can get, or they can win, and do like a barber of the week where whoever had the best week will take them out to lunch, buy them something to eat, just incentives. We will have managers, so who will get paid for their services as well. So it's it's a great atmosphere. It's a great family thing that we're trying to do. We really want to be family orientated, have the whole team on the same page because the barbershop, and our financial status is only going to go as far as our family takes us. So I know as long as we have the family and we're all together as one, like united we stand, divided we fall.
Absolutely.
So,
This has been so good. Listen,
Yes.
someone who potentially wants to start a business, what would you tell that person?
well, I would say one, make sure that you have financial literacy. Make sure that your credit is good. Make sure that you know how to save money as well as invest it. So, like, a lot of people just save, and then they have a bunch of money. They don't know what to do with it. Take the time to educate yourself. There's this thing, it's free. It's called YouTube University. Go on YouTube and you can find and learn anything. They got the classes that they charge you for. You go in there and you learn for free. And if not, pick up a book. Books teach you everything, and they say the best way to hide things from people in the hood areas and those type of things is to put it in a book, because a lot of people don't like to read. But guess what? Pick up a book. Pick up a book. Make sure you read. Make sure you. I always keep my books. I always,
Oh, nice. As a man, think of. Oh my God. As a man, think of one of the. Okay, and he went on to be with the Lord, but Alan Roger
yes,
Curry said that is the best book he's ever read on mindset.
well,
As a man, think of.
yes,
Thank you for putting that up.
yes, ma'am. So reading, like, but taking your time, like, don't rush just because you got money. If you got money saved up, take your time. Make sure your credit is good. Credit is like, the rich people get rich by using debt to create income. Like, they use debt to create income, passive income. So um, just get financially on top of things, because, like, I'm learning now, and I wish I would have just learned a little bit more. But thank God I have a partner who's very fluent, who has her degree in accounting and these things, that is able to teach me certain things that I didn't know about the
Period.
business side, as far as accounting and taxes and all these things go on the back end that they don't tell you about when you go buy a barbershop. So
Sure.
take the time to educate yourself. Use that money to go to seminars, webinars, those type of things. So when you jump in, it's like you have the most knowledge possible. You have a good credit score, so that you can get these loans or qualify for these loans, so that you don't have to come out your pocket all the way. So if things do go south, you have money that you saved to make things better for yourself, instead of just not having the knowledge, putting all your money into this thing, and then you're going to go try to get a loan to see if you can bring these things back up. It's like,
Hmm.
no, go the loan route, keep your money to the side, and then use it as you go. If the business is not doing what it's supposed to, know when to pull out. But first things first is financial literacy. Sit down, take your time. Don't just jump in anything because it's a good deal, because a lot of the time, glitter does look like gold.
A lot of times, glitter does look like gold. Snitchy Smurf, thank you so much for being an amazing producer. May you please, thank you. I was going to ask you, wow, she's so good. Look at this. That's
Mm.
what I was going to ask. Thank you. And
Yeah,
Lewis, thank you so much for being a fabulous, fabulous guest on our show tonight. Queen of
thank
Hearts,
you,
thank you
ladies.
for Queen of Hearts texted me 3 or 4 days ago, said, do we have a guest for this week? I said, I'm still working on it, sis. She said, I'll take care of it. And fast forward, and we have had a phenomenal interview. Right, Queen?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate you, ladies, so much.
Hmm.
Okay. And before we go, everybody who can, what they say, at the sound of my voice, anybody at the sound of my voice, thank you so, so much for being here on Intro to Info with your host, Mikeisha, Wham Tam. Thank you, ma'am. And Queen of Hearts. And then we got Jay King on. This is his network. And Slicky Smurf, the amazing producer. And our special guest, Louis Lau, did phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for
Thank you,
sitting next.
ladies. I appreciate your time today. It was
Wonderful.
a pleasure, my honor. And Miss Queen, I will send you the flyers for both of the events coming up, and also our grand opening we're planning to have soon as well. So I will be sending you all the information.
If you need me for the grand opening, let me know. Like I was telling your friend, if you need balloons or whatever, let me know. I'm not too far. I can come blow up some balloons and have it looking nice for the kids.
You will
Okay.
not be disappointed, brother. That strongly.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Good night, everybody.
Take care. Good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome.
All right.